Bhakta-vrinda.
Jai Caitanya, Jai Gaura Bhakta-vrinda.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda.
Jai Jai Shri Caitanya, Jai Nityananda.
Jai Advaita Chandra Jai Gaur Bhakta-vrinda.
Jai Caitanya, Jai Gaura Bhakta-vrinda.
Sri Caitanya Caritamrita, Chapter 1, Text 55. Lila, yeah. Lila, Chapter 1, Text 55. Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Bhuteshu chavacheshvanu.
Bhuteshu chavateshvanu.
Bhuteshu chavacheshvanu.
Bhuteshu chavateshvanu.
Pravishtanya pravishtani.
Pravishtani, pravishtani.
Pravishtanya pravishtani.
Pravishtanya, pravishtani.
Tadhateshu nateshvaham.
Tadhateshu nateshvaham.
Tadhateshu nateshvaham.
Tadhateshu nateshvaham.
Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Bhuteshu chavacheshvanu.
Bhuteshu chavateshvanu.
Pravishtanya pravishtani.
Pravishtanya, pravishtani.
Tadhateshu nateshvaham.
Tadhateshu nateshvaham. Namahanti bhutani.
Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Bhuteshu chavateshvanu.
Bhuteshu chavacheshvanu.
Pravishtanya, pravishtani.
Pravishtanya pravishtani.
Tadhateshu nateshvaham.
Tadhateshu nateshvaham.
Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Yadha mahanti bhutani.
Deshu chavacheshvanu.
Bhuteshu chavacheshvanu.
Pravishyanya pravishtani.
Pravishtanya pravishtani.
Bhateshu nadeshvaham.
Yadha tathateshu nateshvaham. Yadha,
Yadha
us. Mahanti,
mahanti
the universal.
the universe.
The universal.
The universe.
Bhutani,
Bhutani
elements.
elements.
Bhuteshu,
Bhuteshu
in the living entities.
in the living entities.
Ucha avacheshu,
Uchavateshu
both gigantic and minute.
both gigantic and minute.
Anu,
Anu
after.
after.
Pravishtani,
Pravishtani
situated internally.
situated internally.
Apravishtani,
Apravishtani
situated externally.
situated externally.
Tadha,
Anha
so.
so
Teshu,
Teshu
in them.
in them.
Na,
Na
not.
not
Teshu,
Teshu
in them.
in them.
Aham,
Aham
I.
I.
Translation. As the material elements enter the bodies of all living beings and yet remain outside them all, I exist within all material creations and yet I am not within them. It's from Bhagavatam, I think, from second canto. 9th chapter. It's Paribhasa Sutra, maybe. Or how do you call it? The four most important verses from Bhagavatam. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. The gross material elements, earth, water, fire, air, and ether, combine with the subtle material elements, mind, intelligence, and false ego, to construct the bodies of this material world. And yet, they are beyond these bodies as well. Any material construction is nothing but an amalgamation of or combination of material elements in varied proportions. These elements exist both within and beyond the body. For example, although the sky exists in space, it also enters within the body. I think Prabhupada means the ether element. Ether means space. And of course, we have a space in our body also. Even if we take atom, there is a space. There's a core of atom and protons. And if you, how to say, enlarge the core, you can see there's lots of space between core and protons, actually. So space is everywhere, and ether is everywhere, even in our body and outside of our body also. Okay, for example, although the sky exists in space, it also enters within the body. Similarly, the Supreme Lord, who is the cause of material energy, lives within the material world as well as beyond it. Without his presence within the material world, the cosmic body could not develop. Just as without the presence of spirit within the physical body, the body could not develop. It's also interesting. We know this name of Krishna, Purushottama, or Purusha. And this name consists out of two verbs, Purusha, Puru, and Isha. And Puru means city or village, something like that. And Isha means one who controls. Isha means one who preside, one who in charge. Purusha means one who controls this material world. It's very interesting because this name show that this world is like a city, like a Puri, Jagannath Puri, Mayapur. There's Puri, and this universe is Puri for Krishna. Therefore, he is Purushottama, Purusha. This material universe is just like a village for him. And also, it's interesting that word cosmos, and there is a similar word cosmetics, isn't it? Cosmos, cosmetics. Cosmetics is something you use to decorate. Body cosmetics you use to decorate something, to make something more beautiful. So it's a word from Greece. It's Greek word, the word cosmos and cosmetics also. So in ancient Greece, they think that this cosmos is need for beautification of the Lord, to make Lord more beautiful. It's a very interesting point. Therefore, when we see the beauty of this cosmos and we are pious enough, we can understand the Lord is very beautiful also. In one lecture, Prabhupada said, how can you say that this world doesn't exist, that this world is illusion? Just look how beautiful it is. All these trees, oceans, and so on. And from this second canto of Bhagavatam, we also can understand that matter and this material world are not illusion in the sense doesn't exist. It's illusion because illusion is our hand, is in our head, our mind. We think that this is for us. That is illusion. Matter, and all the beauty of this creation is not illusion. It's exists. You can, run to this wall, and you can feel it. It's not illusion. Yeah? Does that make any sense? Okay. And this material body is small puri, small town for our soul also. We preside here in this material body. And of course, Krishna is also preside here. And we know from Bhagavad Gita that Krishna in charge of every important, Um, mhm. Mechanism of this body. For example, digestion. Krishna controlled it. He said in Bhagavad Gita, I am fire of digestions. Without me, you cannot eat. Without me, you cannot take, you cannot have anything for your body to maintain. And also this breathing process and hearing process, Krishna controlled. Because we are too foolish to control important, mechanism in our body. We're just willing to do something. We're just willing to have something, and Krishna arrange everything because he's much more intelligent than we. They're us. Okay, we continue with purport. The entire material manifestation develops and exists because the Supreme Personality of Godhead enters it as Paramatma or the Supersoul. The Supreme Personality of Godhead, in his all-pervading feature as Paramatma, enters every entity, from the biggest to the most minute. Yeah, we have an elephant, we have an Indragopa. Nobody saw it, but there is some Indragopa. And Brahma Samhita said it's very minute. But also, still, there is a Paramatma. Without Paramatma, nothing can develop. Nothing can be developed here. His existence can be realized by one who has the single qualification of submissiveness and who thereby becomes a surrendered soul. It's an interesting point. You shouldn't have intelligence, Prabhupada said here. It's not very important. You shouldn't have higher education, some degree from, I don't know, university, from Harvard. Which university is best here in Finland?
It's University of Helsinki. It's top 100.
So you shouldn't have degree from University of Helsinki to understand Krishna. You should have submissiveness. Interesting point. And Prabhupada said a single qualification. That's enough. Actually, it's quite generous from Krishna. It's quite generous because, of course, we have a very intelligent person here in the material world and ISKCON also, but not anyone is so, how to say, lucky to have good intelligence. Therefore, Krishna said, okay, submissiveness is enough. Submissiveness is okay. You can be pure devotee, just be submissive. That's okay. No problem. That's good news, actually. Because by submissiveness, we may become surrendered soul. And that's what Krishna wants from us, surrender to him. Okay, the development of submissiveness is the cause of proportionate spiritual realization, by which one can ultimately meet the Supreme Lord in person, as a man meets another man face to face. Yesterday we also discussed it. I told you that we can knock on the door to the Supreme Truth. But Krishna, may have no desire to open to us. I don't like you. You're not my devotee. I just don't like to open this door. Go away. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna say like that. These demons, I don't like them. They go to hell. They are mudras. They are foolish. They go to hell. I don't like them. Yeah. He used these words like and doesn't like. Devotee, I like devotees very much. Devotees are good. go to me. Yeah, they came to me, but the demons doesn't like them. Go to hell. Yeah, Krishna is a person. Therefore, sometimes they accuse Krishna to be partial. You don't like demons. You're not a god. God should like everyone. But Krishna say, I am God. I may do whatever I like. You can't command me. You're God. You should do like this. Because I think God should do like this. No, I'm God. I may do whatever I like. If you doesn't like me, if you doesn't love me, what can I do? I don't like you also. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, Yet hamam prapanyate tam sthatava bhajam yaham amuratam dvartante manushya partha saravataha. If somebody surrender to me, I surrender to him. I give it to him myself. If somebody doesn't surrender to me, what can I do? Interesting point. So if we are submissive, we have a chance to be a surrendered soul, Prabhupada said here. Also, we can say that Chaitanya Charitamrita and Srimad Bhagavatam is not kind of jnana, to understand. Jnana that you need a great intelligence to understand. Yeah. For example, you can open Vedanta Sutra. Just try. Of course, you should know Sanskrit for this. But, okay, there is a translation, English translation. But sometimes there is only two words in one verse. Sometimes one. For example, okay, there is another sutras, Bhakti, Narada Bhakti Sutra. The first verse is Amrita Swarupa Cha. That's all. Very short. Very condensed. So you need intelligence to understand everything, all of this. And also Upanishads and so on. But it's jnana. That we can call jnana. To understand it, you should have intelligence. You should know Sanskrit, you should know culture and so on. You should know context. But to understand Bhagavad Gita, Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita, you should be submissive. That's all. There is no rocket science in Srimad Bhagavatam. I mean, rocket science from material point of view, some complex things like that. You should just, accept it. That's all. Especially Bhagavad Gita. Krishna in Bhagavad Gita says that the Bhagavad Gita is for, what's the verse? The Bhagavad Gita is for Shudras, for Vaishyas, for women, and for us. We are Shudras. Some of us are Vaishyas, very exalted person, can make money. And Bhagavad Gita is for us to understand. Sometimes devotees complain, I can't understand Bhagavad Gita. Oh, it's too hard for me. No, it's just for you. Just read it. Just accept it. So, first step to be submissive. One qualification. And by submissiveness, we can develop this surrender to Krishna. Development of submissiveness is the cause of proportionate spiritual realization. And by this submissiveness, we can get realization. And Prabhupada said that the top of this realization is to meet Krishna face to face. We begin our spiritual life from pratyaksha. Pratyaksha, it means that we understand spiritual life only by our senses. Where is the deity? It's funny thing, when someone firstly came to the temple and he came to the altar and you say to him, there is a deity. You're always asking where. But deity is the biggest thing on the altar. Where it is, I can't see it, show it. Here is the deity. Here is the deity. Mahavishnu Maharaj told us one that when he first came to the temple, there was a kirtan. Everybody sing Hare Krishna, he also sing. And after this kirtan, everybody falls down. Everybody obeisances. And Mahavishnu Maharaj thinking, I think they lose some money, lose some coins, and they just, try to find it. And they also bow down and, looking around, where is the money, where is the coin? Let me help them. And then they stand up, and I think, yeah, they found it. It's okay. So I mean, first step in spiritual life, it doesn't understand anything. We just take prasadam, because prasadam, we can use our senses to understand Krishna in the form of prasadam. Yeah, Krishna is nice, so such nice samosas. Oh, Krishna consciousness is so nice. That's prakyaksha level. Then after that we develop it, we're developing and chanting Hare Krishna and so on. The next step, pratyaksha. Oh, I don't.
Every day.
Huh?
Every day. Or you mean?
I don't remember Sanskrit. The next level is when you starting to perceive Krishna by others' eyes, by others' experience. For example, spiritual master came, and he absorbed in Krishna consciousness, and he speak about Krishna, and by hearing him, you're also starting to see, yeah, Krishna consciousness is like that. You're also starting to see Krishna, but by his eyes. For example, now we in Helsinki morning here, and in Vladivostok it's about 10,000 kilometers from this place. It's shiny day already. Actually, it's 7 hours plus. It's about it's shining day. So, and you call to someone there. How are you day? How are you here? Oh, the shining day. But you don't see it here, this shining day, but you trust this person. And when this person told you that there is shining day in Vladivostok, you believe him. So there's a second step in our spiritual development when you try to believe and you try to доверять, trust to another person who sees Krishna, spiritual master. Shabda, yeah, maybe like that. Shabda, yeah. You can see it. You can see it by another's eyes. You can say like that. Third step is when you develop your own realization. It's not that you see Krishna already, but you see something. You see something, you understand something, you have some darshana, you have some vision of reality, some new vision of reality. Darshana means vision. Darshana means the glasses through which you see everything around you. Yep, I remember Subhatra Maharaj say that on this level, person can give very interesting classes because he has his own realization. He has his own examples and so on. After that, you can hear Paramatma. Adhokshaja, the stage, name of the stage, Adhokshaja. You actually can hear Krishna from your heart. You may not see Krishna, you may not see Krishna in Vrindavan and so on, but you can hear Krishna. You can hear Paramatma. Actually, Paramatma is always talking to us, Bhaktivinoda Thakur once said. But there is so many filters, between us and Paramatma. False ego, pride, last, and so on. So this Paramatma voice is very jamming, yeah, very jamming. And the last stage of our spiritual development is divya pratyaksha. You see, we starting with pratyaksha and ending with divya pratyaksha. When you actually see Krishna, pratyaksha means by your eyes. When you see Krishna by your eyes, and start is submissiveness. Starting point is submissiveness. Interesting point. But also, it doesn't mean that that we can't, asking questions, that we can't show our doubts to spiritual master, to Krishna. For example, Krishna do like that. Oh, Arjuna do like that. If he has a doubt, he openly expresses it to Krishna. Therefore, we have 2 chapters about karma yoga in Bhagavad Gita. 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita, karma yoga, and Arjuna said, "Okay, very good, I am understanding." And then 4th chapter, jnana yoga. And after this chapter, Arjuna said, "Wait a minute, Krishna, what should I do, jnana or karma?" Therefore, there is a 5th chapter, also karma yoga. Okay, continue with purpose. Because of his development in transcendental attachment for the Supreme Lord, a surrendered soul feels the presence of his beloved everywhere, and all his senses are engaged in the loving service of the Lord. I think here Prabhupada means that someone means devotee who has attachment to Krishna. Like in Brahma Samhita, it is said, Premanjana Charita Bhakti Vilochanena. Firstly, we should develop Jnana Chakshu, eyes of knowledge. We should try to see Krishna by spiritual knowledge. Then, by our spiritual practice, by sadhana, we can develop eyes of love, like here Prabhupada said. And by these eyes, we can see our beloved everywhere. Like once, one Indian lady after lecture asking Prabhupada, do you see Krishna? And Prabhupada asking her back, do you not? And this woman, she became, how to say, I don't know, shy, something like that. No, I can see him. And Prabhupada gave her a broad smile. I see him everywhere. Do you want to see him? And the woman said, no, actually not. And Prabhupada answered her, therefore you don't see. You don't want. When we develop this love for Krishna, we want to see him everywhere. Like Lord Caitanya, when he see this Parvata Chataka in Jagannath Puri. Who was in Jagannath Puri? There is no Govardhan there, It's just small dunes. But Lord Caitanya want to see Krishna so much that he think this is Govardhan. No matter it's small, no matter it's sand, it is Govardhan. No problem. And when he saw this ocean, he think, oh, Yamuna. Ocean is not like Yamuna, but Lord Chaitanya saw Yamuna. And once he saw this cloud, and remember about Krishna, because body of Krishna is like a cloud. So when you love Krishna, you can see him everywhere. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said like that also. When somebody loves me, I'm I'm never lost for him, and he is never lost for me. Okay, his eyes are engaged in seeing the beautiful couple, Shri Radha and Krishna, sitting on decorated throne beneath a desired tree in the transcendental land of Vrindavan. I think it's quotation, yeah, from this song. Radha Krishna Pranamoy Jugala, Pranamora Jugala Kishara. There's line like that Radha and Krishna sitting beneath desire tree are surrounded by gopis in transcendental land of Vrindavan. His nose is engaged in smelling the spiritual aroma of the lotus feet of the Lord. Mhm. Gopal Krishna Prabhu, do you use oil today for Giriraj?
Yes.
So now you can, smell Krishna.
Okay.
I was in Habarovsk, and I have shalagram at that time, and I use rose oil for him. After bathing, we use oil for shalagram to smear shalagram to make massage. And after Bhagavatam lecture, one devotee came to me and he asked me, "Do you know what Krishna smells like?" And I told to him, "Yeah, today he smells rose because I use rose for his massage." And tomorrow maybe he will smell sandal because I also have sandal, sandal oil. He wasn't satisfied actually because he think it should be like something esoterical. But yeah, shalagram is Krishna, and Krishna smelled today rose. So Gopal Krishna today can use his nose to smelling spiritual aroma of the lotus feet of the Lord. And I also can, because I also make massage today for shalagram. I have a line of oil. Yeah. So for him, Krishna will smell like a ghee, yeah? Or you have another oil?
I use ghee and sandal.
Ghee and sandalwood. For me, Krishna smells like, wine. That's the преимущество, как сказать.
Advantage.
That's the advantage of archana, deity worship. even if you doesn't have bhakti enough to see Krishna, you can see Krishna by archana. You can feel Krishna by archana. If he doesn't have enough spiritual qualification. Similarly, his ears are engaged in hearing messages from Vaikuntha, and his hands embrace the lotus feet of the Lord and his associates. Here we can use our hands to serve Krishna, to embrace Krishna also. Interesting point. I don't know, it's that not offensive to embrace deities. What do you think? Usually we don't do so.
Простите, тут как раз комментарий еще Прабхупада говорит о том, как вот Кришна, не как Кришна, как преданный должен видеть Кришну, он должен обнимать руками лотосные стопы Господа и его предшественников.
No, stopper можно. We can embrace feet, but maybe not the body of the Krishna, because for this maybe we should have we should be on the level of friend of Krishna, maybe like that, or gopis. But we can embrace feet of the deities, yeah. And if you have shalagram or Govardhan shield, you can embrace it. That's part of your archer. And also we can embrace devotees, his associates. Devotees are associates of Krishna. Thus, the Lord is manifested to a pure devotee from within and without. Yeah. This is one of the mysteries of the devotional relationship in which devotee and the Lord are bound by a tie of spontaneous love. To achieve this love should be the goal of life for every living being. Joy. I don't know, is there any question? Actually, it's very inspiring, this last part of purport. Very inspiring. Yeah, Gopal.
So can we say that we cannot see Krishna because of apparat? Or what is the obstacle of seeing Krishna? Because sometimes we may have some realization, but then after like some time we lose it. Why it is so? Why is now our realization is not constant? Our like sometimes in Kirtan we may feel some like Krishna's presence, like very divine presence.
Yeah, because we are Kanishka.
Yeah.
Kanishka means jump up and down.
Yes.
Yeah, we should just, continue our sadhana. And once we go to Nishtha, that's because we are Kanishka. Kanishka means his jump up and down, up and down. Yeah, Kirtan, Jai, Haribol, I'm in ecstasy. Then after Kirtan, 10 p.m., take lots of prasadam. Next morning, no ecstasy. No japa ecstasy, no Kirtan ecstasy, nothing. Why? Because we Kanishka. Yeah, Kanishka means sometimes he on this platform of spiritual совершенство, как это по-английски, perfection, yeah. Sometimes he's not. He jump up and down. That is Kanishka. Yeah, he's going to Vrindavan. Wow, I'm like a Sanatana Goswami, chanting my japa. Yeah. And after 2 weeks in Vrindavan, he goes to Mangalarati to the temple. Yeah, like Goswami of Vrindavan. Yeah. But after 2 weeks, Mangalarati is just on radio. In Vrindavan they have a radio channel for Krishna Balaram Mandir.
Yeah.
And you can, lay down on your asana without any light and участвовать как-то.
Attend.
Yeah, participate in Mangalarati by radio. That means Kanishka we have. Yes.
Video, once Prabhupada showed us, like explained that the person, the meditative atheist, his mornings they show his face with waking up, using telephone, like cleaning himself, and then putting TV on, watching Mangalarati, and then the show he's still in bed, and then come back to sleep.
Yeah, sadhana, modern sadhana, very practical sadhana. It should be practical, very practical sadhana. It's very good. I remember when we first time came to Vrindavan. It was about, I don't know. I was with my wife, and we stayed. There is a place, Sarveshwari Gita Mandir, just on the Parikrama road. And there was one sadhu. It was actually cold in the morning. There was one sadhu. Usually we go to the temple, to the Mangalarati with my wife, and all these chadras, all these hats, socks, because it's cold. And one sadhu always take bath in this time. In Kopin, with cold water. On the street. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. Radhe, 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 Radhe. I'm feeling freezing for him. He was so determined. Not Kanishka Vikari. Okay.
And elaborate how Kanishka can become Nishka.
No.
What is like
Shravanam Kirtanam.
what he is.
Shravanam Kirtanam, Shravanam Kirtanam, Shravanam Kirtanam. we jumped down when we stopped Shravan Kirtan. And we jump up when we start Shravan Kirtan every day. One day, no Shravana Kirtana, you jump up. We should be practical, Prabhu. We can jump on Facebook also. Should be practical, I should new news, there's something happening. So I should see news on my phone and chanting japa. It should be practical, no problem. That because the key is all Shravana Kirtan. Shravana Kirtan. By Shravana Kirtanam, we can develop Smaranam. Smaranam means we never forget Krishna. And when you stop Shravanam Kirtanam, there is no Smaranam. There is no Smaranam. So Shravanam Kirtanam, every day. Shravanam Kirtanam, Shravanam Kirtanam. Yeah, that's the answer. Everything is simple. Prabhupada always said, keep it simple. So simple like that, Shravanam Kirtan. It's very simple. And you will be совершенно. Perfect. And you will be perfect. Shravanam Kirtan. Yeah.
Can I ask one more?
Yeah.
So Prabhupada said, your problem is that you want to always change.
Mm-hmm.
So can you elaborate why devotees want to change things and then just follow?
Yeah, because of Rajagun. Yeah, that's very simple. Because of Rajagun. Western world is Tama and Raja Guna above. Yeah. And his devotees always want to change temple president, change GBC, change wife, change husband, always change something. Yeah, Prabhupada was from Vaikuntha, of course. He was very steady, very fixed, and he was удивлен, удивлен. Amazed, yeah. Amazed. Why you always want to change something? Why? You have temple president. He's good temple president, change his japa, try his best. Relax. Change your japa. Like in Krishna book, Prabhupada said, Grihastha should marry and live peacefully with his wife or husband and peacefully serve to the Krishna. No, I need another husband, that one is better. He's not the best. No, I need another wife. I'm always, face something like that. In Russia, we have this family committee, and I am part of it. It's always some triangles, and even more angles. Yeah, even more than 3. And I always told them, what are you doing? Just relax. Your wife is good, He's a good person. What do you need? Relaxing. Be happy in Krishna consciousness. Change your job. No, I don't know. Maybe I need another one. I don't know. I'm not satisfied. Not because of Tamagun and Rajagun. They only not. Actually, it's very simple. You see, there is no conspiracy, about no conspiracy against us. Just Rajagun, Tamagun. That's all. Very easy, very simple. Not enough sattvagun. Not enough. I was a pujari for 8 or 9 years, and actually, it's very good time for me. It was very good time for me because I learned lots of clean habits. Actually, and my mind became steady. Now I'm not a pujari, but I still remember and still have these habits. It's very good. to have to develop sattva guna is very important and very helpful for devotional service. Yeah, that's okay. Shri Caitanya Caritamrita ki jai, Shri Prabhupada Pati Pavana ki jai, Gopimanandi Krishna. Wow.
Закончилась пытка.
Жители Петербурга нельзя такое включать.